Hello. So it is day one after being discharged from the hospital. And as I suspected, when I woke up today, my pain was excruciatingly worse. You know, it's like when you go to the gym and you don't feel the workout until like 2 days later. Yeah, I can barely move right now. And it's crazy because yesterday at the hospital, I felt okay. And today I woke up and my back is hurting so bad that I can barely stand up straight or bend over. I'm like walking like a hunchback of Notre Dame. And then my inner thigh feels tight and it hurts. My knee, which I did have them x-ray and they said that it was fine, but it still feels really numb. And when I walk on it, it kind of has like a pins and needles kind of feeling. So I'm pretty messed up. I'm walking very, very slowly. I'm moving very, very slowly. And I did my disability application. I don't know what's going to come of that, but what is it called? Social services, I guess anytime there's a trauma related incident, they have to come and they have to ask you all kinds of questions in the hospital and make sure you're not like on drugs or like, I guess, having any kind of like domestic abuse or anything like that. So they ask you all these questions and then they give you all this information. And she told me like I could apply for disability. I mean, I paid into it, so, you know, if they're going to give it to me, they'll give it to me. It would be really helpful right now. So I just did all that, and then tomorrow when it's Monday, I need to call. She gave me the sheet where I have to call the trauma clinic and give them the reference number, and then they'll do whatever their half of the paperwork is. So hopefully that goes through okay. I went and picked up my shit ton of medications. You know, I got 20 tramadol, which hopefully that's enough to last me. I guess I'll use those sparingly. They gave me way more, you know, Tylenols and ibuprofen. They gave me 40 of those. And these are like 600 milligram ibuprofen and 500 milligram acetaminophen. And then I have the antibiotic, which I have to take. So I got all that stuff this morning. I'm going to insert some remaining footage that I took at the end of after I posted the last video, just some, you know, my lunch that I had for the day, and then a video, quick little video of me leaving the hospital. So I'll put that here and then I'll come back. They just brought lunch. Let's see what it is. Hopefully it's good. Oh, it's pasta. Oh, and asparagus. Yeah, that looks good. Ooh, they got good food here. All right, lunchtime. So also, now that my pain from everything else has like subsided, I noticed that I have a lot of pain in my knee and my knee feels kind of numb. So I told the nurse and she contacted the doctor and they ordered an x-ray. And it's cool because you can see the x-ray come up, you know, modern technology, you can see it come up right when they do it. So it looked to me like it was not broken, but maybe it's just seriously bruised. I don't know, but it's probably fine. And I think they said they were going to discharge me, or they were, you know, that's what the nurse was saying. So unless something else comes up on that x-ray, hopefully I'm going home today. It's like almost 1 o'clock right now. So I am going to eat lunch. I was just going to try to take a nap because I was watching YouTube videos and falling asleep. But I want to eat, so I'll check back in later. And now they are sending me home, so they're just finishing up the discharge paperwork, and now I can get all this junk unhooked from me, and my roommate will be picking me up and bringing me fresh clothes. I will be so excited to go home, and I am just going to sit and color in my coloring books and not use my brain for the rest of the weekend because I think that I deserve that. Going home. So I want to give a shout out, first of all, to Paul from Orlando, Florida, one of my viewers. Thank you so much. He visited my Etsy shop and purchased one of my Live Where You Park decals. Really, truly appreciate the support. You can find all my links down below. And I always prefer that you just support my small business because I'm not really one to try to ask for donations. But if you would like to donate, it would be very much appreciated. And I don't know what my content will be for the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I'll probably just be continuing to work on some of the videos that I already have, like the content that I already have, editing that, because I am a few weeks behind on posting content. So once I get caught up with that, I don't know, I might have a lag because I don't know how soon before I can get back to like working on the van. And I am also going to probably try to have to look for some kind of a full-time job, because just my situation in general overall, which I haven't talked a lot about, is, you know, I just really want to get out of my living situation. It's just not working for me for a lot of reasons. And I'm kind of stuck though right now because I don't financially have the means to move to somewhere else. And I also don't really have any employment, you know, like verification type of a deal that, you know, most places want you to show proof of income. So I'm working on all that. I'm hoping that I can try to get something rolling here within the next month and, you know, get my own apartment, which I know is kind of like, I'm supposed to be going and living in this van, but I don't really know how feasible that's going to be right now. I think that I still need to just get an apartment and stay settled for a while and work, even if it's only part-time, so that I can continue to get funds together to get the van 100%, because I would like to get a lot of the chassis work done. Like I'd like to get the differentials serviced. I'd like to get all new, you know, my tie rod ends and the boots and everything. I would like to get all like the suspension and all that stuff, you know, over time. I would like to get that all just redone so that I can make sure the van's 100%, so that when I am on a long road trip, I don't have any chances of anything breaking down. And of course that all costs money. So that's why I'm just like, okay, if I can settle back down into an apartment, I can get a job and save up this money to get the van going and, you know, be able to have the space that I need to work my Etsy the way that I was working it before, and be able to sell some of the products that I have since had to stop selling because of my current situation and not having the space to produce those products. Yeah, so there's a lot. It's a lot. My brain is always cycling, spinning. So one of the other things that I have really been wanting to work on for a long time is creating more merchandise for my Live Where You Park Etsy and for the channel in general. I have a lot of ideas in mind, and I really do want to revamp my logo a little bit. And actually I started working on that maybe like 2 months ago, and somehow I think my computer must have like crashed or something at that point, because the software that I use is a software for my silhouette cutting machine, and it's really not the greatest. But I really don't want to try to learn another new software, which I've been saying to myself for a while. As a side note, I should probably start trying to learn Adobe Illustrator. That way I can create things easier. And, you know, just working on some other kind of van life / camping / outdoorsy type designs in general, so that I can have more merchandise there up in the shop. Because I may or may not have mentioned this, but, you know, the ultimate goal is when I'm living on the road, like I obviously still need a way to make income. So I want to do a lot of print on demand type of things where I don't have to carry inventory, and I'm still up in the air on whether or not I want to try to print stickers and decals while I am on the road. It all depends on how I end up with my final design for my van. Because that will take up some amount of space. So I might have to decide whether or not I want to omit, for example, having a kitchen or a bathroom, so that I can have the space for like a desk area. We'll see. I do, though, think that it would be a good idea for me to be able to print stickers and cut decals while I'm on the road. Kind of the things that are going through my mind are like if I go to van life meetups and stuff, I could make stickers and decals for people. I can do like your Instagram handle and all of those types of things just kind of like right there. And I can do local markets wherever I'm traveling to and kind of have that be an extra side hustle that I can use to make money while I'm on the road. And I mean, people always love getting, you know, their own customized stuff made, and I could easily do that. And I could see it as being very beneficial, especially if you're at like a van life meetup type of a thing, because I know that we all like to support each other in this community. So definitely, I think it would be a good idea. It's just I got to figure that all out. And that won't be until after I get the mechanics of the van 100% solid. And then I have to start, you know, the build out of the actual inside of the van. Because right now the van literally has no insulation. It has nothing. So really, I could only sleep in the van right now if I were in a temperate climate where it's not going to be too hot or too cold, especially if I have my dog with me. So I guess that's about it. I know this is another short video, but there's not really much else to say. So until I see you guys again, stay tuned. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Please like this video and share my channel if you could. I really appreciate that. Is the absolute best way that you can support me to help me regain my monetization of this channel. And my links are all below again if you want to support in other ways. That is also very much appreciated. So I will see you guys on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.